Hey guys, what's up? This is Ticker the Trader. I am so happy to be alive again. As you could see on my listing here, the header is market is still grinding higher, and this is one of those live streams where I'm not going to sit here and just tell you that the market has massive movements and all this other stuff. It's just one of those days that keeps your head in the game. It keeps you literally like your feet on the ground, and just stay positive, because this is just one of those boring days where you should go touch grass and look at the sky and just be happy that you didn't lose any money in the market and things are just moving up very, very, very slowly. But just again, for those of you that have been watching, these are live streams. I usually like to go live at 3:30 Eastern time at the end of the market, and I'm here to promote my personal indicator, which I believe is the only indicator that you need on TradingView, called the Polaris Trend Indicator by Ticker the Trader. We have 6 subscribers. Head over to the actual product page, and then you'll see exactly how this works. And all my settings over here, and over here all I ask is just $1 a day to use this. I know it's a little bit of an investment, but if you can't make $1 a day, or $50 or $200 in a single day using this indicator, you're doing something incredibly wrong. But again, how does the Polaris Trend Indicator work? When you're showing these red columns and the red arrow down, that is the very first column is usually the start of a downtrend. And then the green columns that move up with the green arrow is a clear indication that the market is going bullish. So last week, I was telling you to buy. A lot of guys on YouTube with bigger profiles, bigger accounts, literally we're probably telling you that we're issuing in a bear market. There's a bunch of death crosses, the whole nine. I'm not playing that game. I am looking at the technicals. I'm looking for it with the Polaris Trend Indicator, and I'm so happy that I am right. So please shadow me every single day until you believe in the Polaris Trend Indicator and pick it up for yourself. So today we're having a great day with SPY, and we're going to start off at the very top. SPY on the weekly, we're still issuing green like we said yesterday. It's slowly grinding up. Today I had a student kind of just write me and ask and say, hey, listen, is SPY moving down because we're issuing a candle, a red kind of doji? And I said no, because within an uptrend, if I go to another uptrend, you're going to get a couple red days. You're going to get a couple days where this is just sideways to up, but like ultimately we didn't move past the low of this daily candle, 570.64. We're just kind of consolidating and going higher and consolidating and going higher. So today is just one of those boring days, but this isn't a bad time to to build your position. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to change this, because we've been calling out these price callouts, right? So let's go price note here. We said this was the buy here. Maybe I won't use that one. It's not that flattering, right? Let's go price label. We said to buy here, 556.11. So this now turns into a hold, because we've been holding this from 567, and so basically we're good here. So SPY looking great. Weekly, we have ourselves here with the Qs moving up on the weekly time frame. And mind you, I really do like the weekly as confirmation. I do like to follow the weekly with the Polaris Trend Indicator, but really the daily is where we're looking to get into our positions. And I like this because we bottomed. We hit an inflection point, kind of a support, and then we consolidated, and now we're gapping up. We gap down, we're gapping up. So again, we bought this particular stock right around here at 479, and now we're at 492. So what became a buy? This is still a buy, but I'm considering it a hold now, because we're holding our investments. This is great. We finally got to the stage where we stopped falling and we're holding for a short while, maybe a long while, who knows. TLT is kind of just consolidating. It moved up, it's consolidating, it's at $89 or so. As I said, this is a sell. On the weekly time frame, this is just red columns. On the daily, we're still issuing red. So as you can see, we're having a green day today, but it's slightly red and it's moving down. We're still, like, maybe tomorrow it will change and we'll move up from here. But as of right now, TLT is still a sell. TNA moving up very, very slowly, grinding slowly up. This is definitely not looking amazing. But again, we're going to say that we bought in somewhere around 30, 33, and this is now a hold. We're getting very close to a sell. We're getting very close to a sell, but right now the weekly is still looking good. So I think we're in the clear for the rest of this week with TNA. Tesla, awesome. Gap down, gap up, hit some 220, somewhere in that range. This is a discounted zone in here after getting pummeled on the weekly. We said this was going to be a buy, but we literally said last week that we were going to hold this. We bought this down here. We purchased at 235.86, actually lower. 230.66 was where we purchased this. I know that I'm showing this candle right here. Actually, no, I'm wrong. I am wrong yet again. Yeah, 234.13. That's where we bought, because that's where this candle turned green on the weekly, and so now we're in a position with Tesla where we're going to hold. Apple, let's move to Apple. That's not Apple. This buy is now turning into a hold again. Actually, no, we're not holding yet. This is still a buy. We're still showing red pressure here. We bought down here on this candle, right around here, 213.31. We were building our position, and we're moving up. So this is still technically a buy. Has the ability to turn over for sure. NVIDIA, this is a buy. We're still, this literally might be one of those like quick green candles, comes up, hits its head, gets another weekly buy, and then rolls back over. I'm really waiting to see what happens at $32, somewhere around there, $31, $32. I think we could still go back to $100, somewhere in that zone. But as of now, this is still a buy, and we technically bought back here. 114.12. Actually, to be honest with you, I was all over this. My actual entry point is 113. So we're still in a buy currently with this. Amazon, same thing. This is now from a buy to a hold, because we're showing the weekly Polaris Trend Indicator, showing us some really good momentum. We bought here at 193.38. So now this is a hold. Amazon, I was telling you for a whole week that this was a good buy. Same thing with Google. We're going to change Google from a buy to a hold, because we purchased shares in this consolidated zone. So we technically bought at 165.05. Meta. Mind you, I've been dollar cost averaging on all these stocks a little bit at a time. So it's about accumulating shares at different inflection points. I like to accumulate shares when these things correct, and then they start to move back up. So we may still get a move back down, but at least I'm buying shares at the right points, just in case if this thing flies. So weekly, we got a buy on Meta. We're going to call this a hold, and we're moving this to the daily. And right now, the daily is, we bought here at 586. 586, and now we're at 624. So again, this is a hold. Microsoft, it's definitely showing a lot of hammer candles down here. I'm going to consider this a hold as well too. We're moving to the daily, and we technically bought here 383.16, because once this candle started showing bullish momentum, we bought in here. We dealt with a little bit of the retests, 2 retests in that zone. Maybe you can even call it 4, but right now it's a hold, and we're up. SoFi, I always like to say this, SoFi, my favorite stock. Again, I have 3,000 shares at $6 a piece. I can't wait to become a millionaire on this stock. But yeah, we're changing this to a hold. We bought this at, we probably bought this a little bit sooner than that. I'll check on the daily, but this is a hold now because we're starting to move up. And we bought shares here, 1150. 1150 was the time to buy shares and build a position, and you had 3 or 4 days to do so. Palantir is skyrocketing. This is now a hold, and we're going to move to the daily and pinpoint exactly where we bought. I mean, you could have bought here, and you could have bought here. 79.86 and 82.86. I'll leave the 79 just because it was a good entry. That's where I personally bought shares. AVGO, still not a good trade. We're on the weekly, it's moving down. On the daily, we're moving down. This might be a good place to start building your position. We just got to make sure it doesn't go back down to like 120. But I mean, if this thing gets, let me just do this for you. If I take a Fibonacci and draw from here to here, right? Look at this. This is telling us our buy zone is 180. Anywhere in this zone is where you accumulate shares. But I'm not doing that until the daily shows that it's going to start moving up. So this might be where you need to buy. I really want shares at 179, 176, or maybe even as low as 160, but just keep your eye on the Polaris Trend Indicator. So we kind of know where we want to buy, but this is definitely a wait right now. Weekly, we're showing uranium is having a tough day, but we're still grinding higher slowly. I love uranium. I'm going to say that this currently right now is a hold. We're going to go here. Daily's not looking good. You can technically sell half. You could sell half at this point if you would like to, but if you're looking to hold, if there was if you were looking to hold, this would be the time. I personally like to sell half at these points. I mean, you would have bought a $23.67. This thing's starting to move down. We may get a bullish day tomorrow, but ultimately this is consolidating. SMH, change it from buy to hold. We're going to the daily, and we're at the point now where we bought here. 218.18. So this is still definitely bullish in my opinion. US oil, which I love. We bought this at 65 bucks, and this is a hold. Ultimately, I told you, and this was just me because I knew that this was a discounted zone. I bought at 65.32, so that was really good. And then we have Bitcoin, which is a hold, a solid hold. And we told you to buy Bitcoin here at 83.06, and we also had right here around 80.72. I've been promoting the 80,728 for a little while now. Same thing with Ethereum. This is turning into, I mean, I would still say this is a buy, but I'm just going to say hold because with the Polaris Trend Indicator, we were all over these trades. We were definitely all over these trades, and I said it the other day, 1926. We're moving on up. So again, right now we have a lot of money in the market. If you're playing the Polaris Trend Indicator, and even if you're playing just the stocks that I'm playing here, there's a lot. You're making a lot of money at this point. You're doing very well. So again, Polaris Trend Indicator by Ticker the Trader. That's exactly what I'm looking at. It's just $1 a day. You just got to subscribe and leave me your TradingView name, and then that's that. You'd be good to go. You'd be kicking butt in the market right now. So again, thank you everybody. I really appreciate you stopping by and checking out the stream.